Welcome back to the Voice of Students, powered by ezjobs.
Local part-time seasonal jobs.
As you have seen in the recent news, around 50 people were involved in a large college admission scandal, ranging from celebrities, businessmen, and reality TV stars. All are under siege for extensive bribery for their children being admitted to top universities. Let's take a look at this short clip.
Actress Lori Loughlin and 15 other parents are now facing 2 additional charges in the growing college admissions scandal. A Boston federal grand jury indicted the defendants on conspiracy to commit fraud and money laundering Tuesday, just one day after 13 other parents, including actress Felicity Huffman, agreed to plead guilty to mail and honest services mail fraud. Huffman also released a statement expressing, quote, deep regret and shame for facilitating cheating on her daughter's SAT exam. Loughlin and her husband are accused of paying $500,000 to get their 2 daughters into USC as crew recruits, even though they did not participate in the sport. The 16 facing the new charges have not publicly indicated how they will plead.
What was your initial response to this news?
I was definitely shocked. I love Full House, so I have always liked Lori Loughlin, and so I also follow her daughter on social media, and have kind of just like been following her career for the past years. So just seeing their names thrown into it is what kind of shocked me.
I grew up watching Full House, so I always liked Lori too, and then her daughter Olivia I watch on YouTube. It was crazy to see and like know the people.
Yeah, I watched the daughter on YouTube as well, and I was just completely shocked that it was like them.
So just this week, Lori Loughlin and her husband both pleaded not guilty in this scandal. It seems that they're just outright denying the facts and that they're hoping to get away with it. The bribery is obviously a concrete example of what happened. So what do you think should be the consequences for this, for all parties involved?
I think that's a hard question because I think that everyone was involved in a different way. Like, I think that the entire college admissions process is not very like black and white. So I think it would vary for every party, like parents, children, everyone.
I feel like everyone has a different situation with everything, and especially like since they're celebrities too, and like that's like horrible for like their reputation now, and it's like, what do you do? How do you go about it?
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel like Olivia shouldn't have been punished as much as like she was for it.
How do you feel that she pleaded not guilty?
In my opinion, I think that Lori, that was the wrong thing to do. I definitely don't agree with the way that she pleaded not guilty because her and her husband were actively involved. So I was actually very shocked about that. But I don't think that the way that the children are being punished, which is a little bit controversial, I guess, should be as blown up as it is in the media.
Has this just changed your opinion on celebrities?
Like yes and no. Yes, because like why would you do that? Like coming from a student, you know? But no, because I still love her as like an actress and like what they do, you know?
When we're in high school and we're in college, it's always emphasized how cheating is bad and what the extensive consequences are for cheating. So when an idea like that is so instilled in our heads, how could they still be comfortable doing this?
I think that when you come from someone who has as much money as these people do and the way that they like live their lives.
Full House was always a childhood classic for me, and currently I love watching the reboot Fuller House. I was definitely shocked to see Lori as one of the accused. So do you think that this scandal is going to affect the ratings of Fuller House?
Honestly, I think it's going to do the opposite. I think people are going to watch because of the news around it. It's like a sitcom, so they're going to make jokes about it. People are going to make jabs at it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, do you think that their entire brand is a lie and everything that Olivia and the other children represented is also a lie?
I don't think so because, like, although it was wrong, like, what they did, like, she still knows who she is as a person. So I still feel like all, like, her, I don't know, like, who she is, like, isn't going to change.
You don't think that this affects their credibility at all?
I feel like it was more of like the parents doing, so I feel like I don't look at Olivia that different.
So the parents, you think, should suffer or have consequences for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're a child growing up in that way of life where your parents make a combined, what was it, 100 million?
More
It's
than
just,
100.
yeah, it's just a different way of life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not wrong, but like, your morals are definitely different.
Do you think they were consciously aware that they were breaking the law, or that this was just fine and that this is a normal way to go about getting admitted to a university?
I feel like they just wanted to like get their daughter into a good university, so they probably weren't thinking of like the consequences.
So this scandal has been going on for a few years. So does it make you second guess the current college admission process?
Definitely. It's like hard to like trust schools. Like, you know, you never know now. Makes you
There's
like question a
loopholes to
lot.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to like say like how to, I don't know, fix it or to
Yeah.
or like what to say about it. I definitely think that there's loopholes to everything and that it's hard to say. I mean, obviously, like, there's certain places that the admissions process could be manipulated depending on who you know and where you are, and I think that's always going to be a thing. So, yeah, I guess it does make me question it a little bit. Just like being someone who would never even like think about like manipulating my way into school, like it makes me like question like who else is doing this.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely like makes you like double think like if the school you're applying to is, you know, doing that to other students when you're like working hard because you put like a lot of studying and like time behind like all your grades and then someone can just like bargain their way getting into it. It's like hard to trust it.
Wake Forest, where I went to school, was actually one of the schools that they like found someone who got in not the proper way.
What about when athletes get admitted with lower SAT scores than the standard because they want them on the team and then they help them get through their classes, they provide tutors, they provide extra help, they provide literally everything that this student could need to help succeed? And how is that fair to a student that actually maintained the score that was probably necessary to get in, but then they don't actually get in? Is it fair that athletes are able to be admitted to colleges and universities with lower SAT scores because they can compete?
Honestly, I definitely think so. Being someone who's gone through that process, I definitely think that if the athlete is going to live up, like while they're attending the school, like live up to the standards that the school is going to hold for them, even with tutors and help, then I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it, I think
It's okay.
viable, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay because they spent their time working hard with like sports and stuff, so they're doing school on top of having to like do sports every day and stuff. So
It's a lot.
How many hours a day you spend if you're playing a sport?
If I was going to be a college athlete, my general daily schedule would be having to get up at 5 and hitting the gym with the team, then going to classes, then you have to spend your lunchtime with the team, and you have afternoon practices. It's not including traveling for games, and so it's like it's a everyday thing. And in high school as well, I went to workouts for softball before school, went to school, and then I had 2 separate practices after. So it's a lot.
Thanks, everyone. Next, we will hear about the extensive admissions requirements and how university students view the entire process.
Now we'll take a short break.
Stay tuned.
We'll be back.